Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're building the best team for under 500,000 MT here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's build this squad. So, got a really good team that you can build for 500K MT. I was very impressed by how deep this team is. I mean, this excuse me, by the time you get to this type of squad, you really can compete online at a very high level. Like, this is the type of team that you start with online and you can win against pretty much close to anybody. Like, you might have some tough matchups without a couple of the best cards in the game, but if you're really good at the game, you should be able to compete with this type of team. Starting with Lonzo at point guard, that card is, he just has to be a mainstay, man. I mean, he's gone down in price too. He's 42,000 MT. For a dude who's 6'6", versatile defender, has a very smooth release, solid slasher. I know the stats and badges don't exactly jump off the page at you as like, oh my gosh, wow, look at this Lonzo card. He's insane. But I promise y'all, he is really, really good. Jumper's super smooth. Defensively, he gets the job done at a high level. He's got the player build and the size to guard against these top tier point guards like Cade or Levine or Penny or players like that. And there's just nothing to really criticize about him. There's nothing he does terribly. Like, he's not the best playmaking point guard, but that's okay, because we don't need him to be the best playmaking point guard, because look who you got at the 2. Best free card in the game, Mr. Franz Wagner. If you don't have Franz Wagner on your team at this point, you have less than a week left to get him. Please make sure you get this card before he expires, because at that point, it'll be too late and you will regret it. This is one of the 2 or 3 best shot creators in the entire game. By far the best budget or free shooting guard in my team. This card should be on everybody's team pretty much. He is just incredible at everything. He's even a great slasher. He's 6'10". He's got one of the smoothest, easiest releases in the game. Defensively, he gets the job done at a super high level, especially because of that size. And I mean, he does have pretty complete badges. You had brick wall, movable, paint patroller, limitless range, and then maybe ankle assassin or rise up. And he's got everything you need to succeed at a very, very high level at the shooting guard position. He can be your primary ball handler, and he is just a stud of a card. The fact that he doesn't cost anything is just the icing on top. Card is incredible. Small forward position actually is my starting small forward on my main team right now. Mr. Pink Diamond Rudy Gay. This card is that good. He has an elite behind the back, an elite jump shot, an elite fade, is a top tier slasher, one of the best, smoothest releases in my team, and he's 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan. That level of size and that level of length really does help to make him super high level defensively as well, especially once you add a couple of badges to him. I know he's missing a few more badges than 5, so you want to add like limitless, maybe bailout outside of that, maybe unpluckable, and then you could add like immovable enforcer and pick dodger. You're going to have to leave a couple of badges off of him that you'd like to have on him, because he's just not quite as complete badge wise as you'd probably like to see. But that's okay because of all the other great things that he does, how smooth this jumper is, how much of a creator he can be, how versatile he is, how athletic, just all the things that are great about this card. I started him at my small forward position for a reason. He is that good, and he deserves to be on this list 100%. Power forward position is actually going to be the most expensive player on this team. I could have gone with some cheaper options for sure, but I had the MT to spare once I built out the rest of this team. And I was like, you know what, Paulo Borero, you can slide into this team. Card's going to be 110, 120,000 MT, somewhere around there. Definitely the most expensive card in the team, but he's 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan. The small forward eligibility is nice as well when it just comes to your main squad, because you can play him at either position if you need. Like, he's one of those guys who can counter a Giannis at small forward at a very high level, which is very, very valuable. Not to mention his jumper's elite. When he's badged out, he has every single badge in the game, because he only has 5 badge slots and he's only missing 5 badges. Defensively, he's super good because, I mean, the stats are great, the badges are good, but then obviously 6'10" as well. It's just the icing on top. Like, that's just super duper elite. You look at this card and there's nothing he doesn't really do well. I mean, Paulo is a great card, great jump shot, all that type of stuff. I still use him on my God squad. He's actually my backup power forward or small forward, depending on the matchup right now. But I could start him and I'd be totally fine with it. Like, he's really, really good. Another card starting in my lineup, starts at power forward for me, but he can start at center for this team, is Jaren Jackson Jr. I understand that Jaren is only listed at 6'10", but the 7'4" wingspan and a very tall player build makes him play and look bigger than 6'10". He's got 87 speed, which is really good. That's great athleticism to keep up with any center in my team pretty much. 85 standing and driving dunk plus half post riser and rise up. He'll finish quite fine on the interior. Defensively is where he's obviously at his best, an absolutely elite defender and a very good rebounder, but his jumper is also super fast and super smooth. Hot set shot specialist. He's got limitless as a base badge as well. Very complete card, just like Paulo. He may only be a diamond, but he's had such longevity since he came out. Still one of the best cards in my team at his position. And if you have him at the 5, you're going to be totally fine. He will get the job done at a very, very high level. Off the bench, backup point guard. This should come as no surprise to everybody. A card that you can get for 25,000 MT is Marcus Smart. He should be your backup point guard if you're building a budget lineup like this every single time. By the way, Jaren is about 93K, so he's the second most expensive card in the team. Pretty expensive, just throwing his price out there as well. But Marcus Smart, 6'4", 6'8" wingspan, 90 driving dunk, 94 speed, 97 agility, 86 three ball, 90 interior, 97 perimeter and steal. Just elite. I mean, on paper, he's better than Lonzo, stat and badge wise. I like Lonzo's size more, but honestly, both of them give you an elite level defensive point guard who can finish at the rim, has enough size to compete, and has a smooth, good jump shot, can hit the three ball at a pretty high level. Both those guys, really, really good cards. Honestly, Marcus might even have a little bit more shot creation than Lonzo does, which is good because we don't really have that go-to shot creator off the bench the way that we do in the lineup with Fron, and then we have Rudy as a secondary as well. Karan Butler is going to be back up too, though. I think Karan can also be a capable shot creator. I was very impressed with him when I did gameplay with him a few days ago. 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan and elite jump shot, elite shooting stats and badges. Defensively, also very good. Half interceptor, half off pass. He's not going to get backdoored, which is good. He's a good slasher. Got enough speed. He's a versatile enough defender. Like, he gives you all the stuff you want. And then he's got a decent dribble style. Kobe escape. Like some decent little movement. Kimbo drag back isn't bad either. Like, and also the jumper. I mean, it truly is one of the best jump shots in my team. I'm not exaggerating that. It really is absolutely elite. This Karan Butler card checks all the boxes for me at the shooting guard position. He's one of the most complete shooting guards, especially at this price point in my team. The fact you can get him for less than 40,000 MT. I mean, he's 39K right now. Like, that's a steal. Again, really, really good card for his price. Backup small forward. Another really good card who's dropped in price this week, and that is Jonathan Isaac. Came out on Tuesday and was almost 100,000 MT. He has now dropped from all these special offers and things down to about 45,000 MT. And the thing about this card, he gives you unbelievably elite defensive ability. His jumper is smooth. His slashing is good. He doesn't really have much by the way of SIGs at all. He's not really going to be a shot creator. But defensively, he is an absolutely elite primary lockdown. Another thing you can do with this lineup, if you were to build this team and you need a little more shot creation off the bench, you can always swap John Isaac and Rudy like this. This is an easy way to do it, just to give you a more of a shot creator off the bench on Rudy Gay and more of a defensive option in Jonathan Isaac in the starting lineup, since you have your primary ball handler in Franz. So that's another way you could consider doing the lineup. I'll just throw that out there real quickly as well if you're looking for more shot creation off your bench. But John Isaac, his jumper's good, his slashing is good, his defense is incredible, and he's 45,000 MT and 6'10". Another guy who, by the way, has the size to compete at a very high level against any small forward in my team. Opal LeBron, Opal Giannis, John Isaac will be just fine defensively. He is that elite of a card for sure. Backup power forward. I love this card. I think he's really good. I think he's undervalued. He's 22,000 MT right now. AC Green, 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, elite jumper. He's got D-book base with a good upper. He doesn't have much by the way of movement. Doesn't need it though. He's an elite catch and shoot shooter because his jumper's super smooth, although it'd be nice to get limitless set shot specialist, couple of badges like that on him. Defensively is where he is at his best. He's got every defensive badge in the game, 90 interior and perimeter. Half interceptor, on ball menace, paint patroller, post lockdown, rebound chaser as well. That half rebound chaser, post lockdown, paint patroller is really nice because he's only 6'9" at the power forward position. But jumper's elite, defense is elite. He's got enough athletic ability. He's got good slashing as well, 85 standing and driving dunk. Very, very good card. The fact he's 22K MT is incredible value. And honestly, the exact same can be said for the center position. PJ Brown, who, by the way, is also 22,000 MT right now. That's how expensive both these guys are, which is funny. But PJ Brown is the same type of card. He's got a absolutely money jump shot. He's got enough speed. He's a very high level defender, especially on the interior, very good rebounder and a very good finisher. He's basically the best thing I can compare him to is Tyson Chandler from last year. You remember Pink Diamond Tyson Chandler? That's basically what this card is. Elite interior defender, elite dunker, has enough speed, has the exact same jump shot that Tyson Chandler has as well. Very high level card. He is just really good all the way around. I don't think the low 3-ball rating kills this card at all because his jumper is so good. He is an absolute stud. And overall, this team, like I said, if you have this team, this is a squad you can seriously take online and compete at a very high level. I mean, I compare this to my main squad, and honestly, the only major things missing are Dr. J and Victor Wembanyama. Like, those two guys will be tough matchups for sure. But outside of those two types of cards, or Bernard King, maybe guys like that, you're really just not that limited. Like, you have a team at this point that can pretty much compete against pretty close to every single card in my team and give you a ton of success online. And for 480,000 MT, 20K less than that 500K, definitely a really, really good value squad. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.